Yo, what's going on, everyone? In this video, I'm going to talk about past simple and present perfect, when you should use them and when you shouldn't use them in spoken American English. So let's start out with when you shouldn't use them. So a mistake that a lot of my new students make, even the advanced ones, is that they overuse the present perfect. And they use it when they're talking about finished events in the past. So let me give you some examples. A student might come to me and say, "Teacher, I've just read an article about hurricanes. Can we discuss it?" I've just read an article about hurricanes. Now, I know that your grammar books tell you that if the event happened in the past and it's impacting the present, it's okay to use present perfect. And yes, that's true if you're writing formally, but if you're speaking like a normal person, it's not true. So if you want to speak like an American, you should just use past simple. "Teacher, I read an article about hurricanes. It's a finished event and it's done." Same thing with watch. A student might say, "Teacher, I've watched a video about pronunciation and I have some questions." Same thing here. If you want to sound like an American, you just use past simple. Say, "I watched a video about pronunciation." If you use present perfect, yes, it's grammatically correct, but an American will receive it in a strange way. If you say, "I've just watched a video," it sounds like you're trying to show us how good or how perfect or how official your grammar is. And that is not an American way to speak. So let's check out some more examples of both past simple and present perfect. So remember, the past simple we use with finished events, events that are done in the past. So for example, "I worked there for 3 years. I worked there for 3 years. I don't work there anymore. It's finished." "We didn't see him at the party. We didn't see him at the party." So we were at the party finished. The whole time we didn't see him. It's over. It's no longer continuing. "They didn't finish the job. They didn't finish the job." So if we use past simple, that means for some reason they weren't able to, they didn't know how, they couldn't, but we don't expect them to continue working. It's finished. They didn't finish it. Some key words that you know you should use with past simple are things like last night, last month, week, yesterday, or ago. If you're using any of those words, your sentence should be formed with past simple. Now, let's talk about present perfect. Present perfect is for unfinished events, events that started in the past and continue until now, and actually we don't know whether or not they're going to stop today or if they're going to continue in the future. So, for example, you could say, "I've worked here for 3 years. I've worked here for 3 years." So that means so far it's been 3 years, but you don't know if tomorrow maybe I'll quit or maybe I'll keep working. We don't know from this sentence. It just means that it's continuing and hasn't stopped yet. Another example is, "We haven't seen them. We haven't seen them." So this implies a continuous period of being aware that you have or haven't seen someone. So, for example, if I say, "Have you seen Tom recently?" or "Have you seen Tom lately?" it means from the last time that we generally know about seeing Tom until now, and also in the future. Continue to look for him. If we say, "They haven't finished the job yet," they haven't finished the job yet, that means that we expect them to continue working. Maybe they'll finish, maybe they won't. We don't know the future. But the idea is that we know it hasn't stopped yet. Another situation that you use present perfect is for life experiences. And this is another mistake that a lot of students make. So for example, students will ask questions like, do you know Paris? Or do you know Chicago? Or I know LA. And when you talk about a life experience, you're talking about something from the first day of your life all the way until you die. So if you haven't died yet, there's still a chance that you might repeat the action. So in that situation, you want to say, teacher, have you been to Paris? Or teacher, I've been to Chicago. Because it's possible at some point in the future, you might go again. So that's how the two work. What you have to remember is that spoken English and written English are not exactly the same. So when we're speaking, we want things to be a little less formal, to have that American style. Check the descriptions. I'll put some more examples there. So there you have it. Now you know how to use the past simple and the present perfect correctly when speaking American English, and you just boosted up your English.